Lovely. So guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I love that you're joining me this Friday to start your weekend off with a little bit of crafting. I told you last week that I was going to do a drawing for those who shared last week's live, and I kind of goofed because I did not do the setting to save the chat comments for the replay. And so I have no idea who shared. That was on me. I apologize. So we're going to do take 2 of the share for the drawing, and I'm going to do the drawing next week. So please go ahead, if you would like to share today's video, just mark shared in the comments. I think I have selected the correct box, so we should be good to go. And then I will draw next week. So I apologize that I made that goof, and I hope that you'll be patient with me and give me a little bit of grace on that one. So before we get into today's project, I wanted just to remind you that tomorrow is the last day to get the PDF tutorial for the cutest Halloween treat holders. That is the PDF that Nathan Spear and I did for the Halloween mystery craft box in September. You can actually get this PDF free with a minimum order of $20 in my online store. After this video, I will post the link on how to do that with the host code that you need to use in order to get it free. I am going to recommend too that you go ahead and bump your order up to $35 so that you can also get the September Sweet Stampin' Friends PDF tutorial. The reason I'm choosing this one is I think it's a really great companion to this treat holder ones because there was a lot of Halloween and fall projects that go along with it. So $20, you get the treat holder PDF tutorial. Bump it up to $35, you also get the September Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. So don't forget to do that. I will post that link later. All right, are you ready for today's project? If you have not joined me before, I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs, and each Friday I come to you just for a little fun, quick project to get your weekend going. All right, so today we are going to make this really sweet and cute little test tube treat holder. Now I will tell you, I will share the link with you where I got the test tubes. They are actually 10mm tubes that are plastic, so we don't want them breaking, right? So they are kind of small, and I know I got them on Amazon, and there are all kinds of sizes, so I will share the link specific to this test tube. Let me go ahead and remove the banner so that you can see things better. All right, so there we are. Awesome. Let me go back over here to YouTube so I can see any comments as you join me. Okay, so we are going to be using the Frightfully Cute bundle. It has really cute sayings in it, and I'm going to be using the die from the coordinating die set that goes with it to make our sentiment. So you can get that in my online store. Really awesome Halloween product. And also too, guys, it's getting really close. So if you haven't ordered your Halloween supplies yet, go on ahead and get that order in. All right, so we're going to start off with a piece of the basic gray cardstock. Now guys, each week, if you are on my email newsletter list, you will be getting the PDF to the project sheet for today's project so that you can have all the measurements, the supplies that I used, and some pictures on how to put it together. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure go sign up for my email list, and I will be emailing this project sheet tomorrow. All right, guys, so as I said, we're going to start off with a piece of basic gray cardstock. Now this measures 4 inches by 11 inches, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring. All right, so what you're going to do is we're going to take the scoreboard, and let me make sure that I am in frame here, that you get to see all the measurements. Let me kind of move that over just a hair. Awesome. Okay, so I have different measurements. We're going to take and we're going to put the long side at the top. Then we're going to score at 1 inches, 2 inches, 4.5 inches, 5.5 inches, and then here where my little purple mark is, we're going to do a partial score at 8 inches and to about 1 inch there. And then we're going to turn it over and we're going to do another partial score. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it, and we're going to score at 1 inch on a really long score line there, and 3 inches. And guys, did y'all catch my mistake? I should have done the short score lines first, so that when we got to the partials here at the 8 inches, we knew exactly where to stop. So anyway, if you are following my original directions, you only want to go in about 1 inch down. So my apologies, kind of jumped ahead there. All right, so now we have the template for our little holder here. And so I've already marked the areas that I want to cut away. So we have 2 areas here at the top, and then we have 2 little sections here at the bottom. So I'm going to take and I'm going to make these really long cuts here at the top. I like to use these other scissors for these long cuts, and then I'll use my little paper snips for the short cuts. So we're going to cut all the way there. Grab my paper snips, and then we're just going to cut that away, cut that section away, and then we're going to do right here, cut that off, and then one more. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to cut up these little side score lines. And I'm going to kind of just angle cut these little tabs here so that when I go to fold it, it folds just a little bit easier. Same thing here, and then I'm going to repeat for the other side. Okay, all right, almost done. And one more. All right, you know what? I think I'm also too, here where this small tab is, I'm going to go ahead and angle cut that as well, so that when we go to fold it and close our little box here, it will work so much easier. All right, so as you can see, I have this panel here, and then I have another panel right above it. And if you notice, I've already punched out a hole. Actually, I didn't punch it out, I die cut it. So when you, depending on what size test tube you are using, you're going to want to kind of measure the diameter of it. In this case, I tried different punches. It was like 1/2 inch was too small, 3/4 inch was too big, but I did find amongst my die sets, I found a circle die that worked pretty well. And so it's not too loose, but it's not too tight either. So I think it will work. So just check, see what you have. You can use, if you have different size diameter test tubes, just kind of measure. You can go up to 3/4 diameter and it will still fit within that section there. All right, so that is the template for our treat holder. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish the score lines, and we're going to assemble this little box. Okay, let's do these. As you join me, guys, say hello. If you come back and watch the replay, just kind of leave me a little comment and let me know that you stopped by and watched today's project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue. You can use tear tape. I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue. And right there where the short tabs are, I'm going to fold that side together. Hold it, let it adhere real well. Then we're going to glue the other tab. And then next what I want to do is I'm going to glue these 2 long tabs here and just put those right there on the side. Let's go ahead and do the other one while we're at it. I think I can do both at one time. There we go. All right, so we're going to do that. Now, here's kind of the tricky part. What you're going to want to do, and actually, you're going to want to tuck in these 2 tabs, and then tuck in this tab, and then fold it in, okay? Then you're just going to kind of reach inside and push those little small tabs. So that way you have your little box here. So that is the completed base for the box. Next, we're going to take some of the cute Halloween designer series paper. And so I have one for the top and I have one section for the bottom. The one for the top with the little polka dots, this measures 1 3/4 by 2 inches. And we're going to glue that at the top. And then oh, did I not do that one correctly? Oh, I know I messed up. I skipped a step, guys. All right, so I'm gonna take my tag punch here, and let's go ahead and punch off the top here. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go, much better. Now my measurement should work fine. Okay, so take that 1 3/4 by 2 inch piece. We're gonna put that at the top. And then let's take the other piece. Now this piece, which has all the little ghouls on it, it measures 1 3/4 by 2 1/4, and we're gonna put that right there on the bottom of the box. Okay, make sure that's adhered well. All right, so what I did next is I'm gonna take a tag. I'm using a thick basic white cardstock, and we're gonna do some stamping from the Frightfully Cute stamp set. I'm using the sentiment, "You're so sweet, it's scary," and we're gonna stamp in gorgeous grape ink. All right, and then I'm gonna take my dimensionals, and we're going to put that right there onto our box. All right, so in the cute Halloween paper, there are some little bats. And so I just manually cut out the large bat and the little small flying bat. And so I'm gonna stick the large little bat right here at the top, have him kind of poking out. And then I'm going to put with a little mini dimensional, as I'm going to have the small bat flying about next to my sentiment. Okay, so a couple more things. I'm going to take some of the gorgeous grape, the sheer ribbon, and I'm going to just kind of add a little accent here where my tag hole is. And I need a little bit of help, so I'm going to take my little clothespin, have that hold it, while I tie off some baker's twine and make a really cute little bow here at the top to finish it off. All right, so when I was designing this, I was trying to figure out, I don't know about you, sometimes I find a cute product and I need to design something for it. In this case, I did the design, and then I needed to find something to go inside of it. So I found at the store, I found this box of Nerds, which had the perfect colors, the pink and the grape color, and this really fun flavor of grape and strawberry. I'm gonna tell you guys, I am not a fan of Nerds. I love the flavor, but I remember when my kids used to do trick-or-treating and they would come home with these boxes of these Nerds, and inevitably they would spill the whole box everywhere, and we would have these tiny little Nerds all over the house. So for that reason, I'm not a fan of Nerds, but I love the flavor and they are a tasty candy. So they also too, they fit perfectly in this test tube because you need something kind of small to fit in there. And so then what we do is we just finish it off and we put that inside. Now, if you want to keep it from moving around, you could just add a little glue dot at the bottom, and that will help it stay standing straight. So guys, that is the project for today. I hope that you like that. Just a reminder, like I said, there is the PDF for this project is going to be in tomorrow's email. And don't forget, if you would like to share today's video, I will enter you into a drawing to receive that little cute little Halloween pouch that we made with the face mask last week. I will draw a name for that next week for a fun embellishment. Also too, I have my gingerbread and peppermint retreat box. There are only 2 spots left, so if you want to go on ahead and sign up for that, that is a really fun holiday retreat box with all kinds of goodies in there, and the registration closes tomorrow. Same thing with the offer for the free Halloween tutorial, that ends tomorrow, so don't forget. If you have not checked out our clearance sale, go on ahead, check that out. There are still a lot of items up to 60% off, really great deals. And guys, have y'all seen this adorable November paper pumpkin sneak peek? It is so cute. I'm going to actually order extras of those. If you are interested in me reserving one for you, just reach out to me. I can always bump my number up and I can invoice you and just have it mailed out to you. So guys, if you have any questions about anything that I did today, just reach out to me. And guys, I look forward to sharing another project with you next week. So guys, have a great week.